2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf and Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
It's time for the best 60 minutes of your life. This is the Homer Hour, broadcasting live from the Harley-Davidson Rev and Rumble, alongside former Badger and Packer Gary Ellerson. Here's Emmy Award winner, Homer.
Yes, a special event at Davidson Park. This is Media Day for Rev and Rumble, presented by the Harley-Davidson Foundation. A perfect guy to talk to, the Gary Ellerson Homer Hour, because I'm betting that Gary Ellerson was a boxer at some point in his life. I don't know how long he did it. By the way, we have a national champion here. Sugar Mitchell. She won the national championship, and her father said she's named Sugar after Sugar Ray Robinson, and as only I could, Gary said, well, that's wrong. You can't call her Sugar because of Sugar Ray Robinson. He's older than Abraham from the Old Testament. Gary, if you were going to nickname someone Sugar, who would that person, a boxer, who would that person be named after?
A boxer?
Yeah. Who's the famous Sugar? Sugar, you know him. We all know him. We grew up Olympian.
Well, Sugar Ray Leonard, right?
Yes, yeah. I mean, if you're naming your child, and she's a 14 to 16 national champion, and her name is Azalea, but she's called Sugar. I said, you got to name her after. I mean, she's named after Sugar Ray Leonard, not Sugar Ray Robinson. It's like naming her after Don Hudson. I mean, that's just too long ago. But father didn't agree with me.
Sugar Ray Robinson was a really good boxer.
He was a great boxer, but he was 100 years ago. He's
old
even for me, and I'm old. What?
Here we go. No, you need to make people need to not forget about Don Hudson. People need not to forget about Tony Canadeo. People need to not forget about Vince Lombardi. People need to not forget about folks like that. People need not to forget about Steve the Homer Truth when he's like 72.
All right. Anything? I mean, you make a good point because many people, when he says Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson would have no idea who he's talking about unless you were old like me, right? There's only one Sugar, and that's Sugar.
You fixated on this old stuff a lot. Not sure why.
No, because I'm old enough that I remember.
Aging is something to behold. It's something to cherish. It's not something that you discard or speak down upon.
Oh,
yes.
I don't cherish being old at all. It's over.
Oh, I do.
Do you?
I do.
Dude,
yes.
You were the high school football player of the year in Georgia the year after Herschel Walker. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to do anything the rest of your life as impressive as that. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, but that doesn't make me who I am, though.
Okay. But the things
those accolades means nothing to me.
Really?
No.
Okay.
That doesn't make me. That doesn't define me.
I didn't say it makes you. It's just a question of what you. It's what you remember. But anyway, all right, okay. So anyway, they're fighting tomorrow here at 4:00, and
okay, let's get to it. Who's fighting tomorrow?
I don't know. They're just it's the Rev and Rumble boxing night with fighters from across the Midwest. Food trucks, drinks, family fun, and more from 3 until 8. I'm going to come back and see Zab
Where are you at?
At the old Harley-Davidson where Harley Davidson used to be, the corporate center. I don't know if it is anymore. And they have a park here, Davidson Park, and they're fighting tomorrow. Did you ever
down
fight?
by the river down there?
It's kind of by Highland. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
No, it's where Harley Davidson headquarters are or used to be, or I don't know. I don't think they're the headquarters anymore, but I don't really know. It's not too far from where I live. All right, let me know, other than who you beat up growing up, did you ever participate in any organized boxing?
One day.
Tell the story.
Guy name was Coach. He was a big boxer growing up. He was the football coach, one of the assistant coaches. So he was all the football players to be boxers. I guess it was to work. So he had like this little gym, and he
Hold on just a second, Gary. Pebble, are we losing Gary? Because this is really good stuff.
Yeah, his connection's not too hot today, Homer.
All right. Well, let him hang up.
Why is my connection always not too hot?
It was good last week. We made it for the whole show with no issues.
Look at I know it's me.
Every time
it's
Homer,
me. I'm bad luck. Yeah.
Every time Homer comes back from anywhere, I have an issue.
That's good. It's my fault. I don't really care whose fault it is. I want people to hear the story because where I grew up, they wanted the football players to wrestle, not box. But we'll get back. We're going to take a break. It's early, but I'm not allowing Gary Ellerson to have great stories. And no, that's not going to happen on the Homer Hour, the Gary Ellerson Homer Hour. So I don't care if he's using a megaphone, a telephone, whatever. Will not continue. Next.
Bye.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Some new issues out on the roads now. 894 westbound, just west of 27th Street. We've got a crash off on the left shoulder, so obviously that's starting to slow things down out of the Mitchell interchange. On the eastbound side, on the off-ramp to 76th Street, 84th Street on 894 eastbound, that ramp is closed right now. There's a vehicle fire. It's not completely engulfed, but it's definitely smoking, so be careful with that. With that, we've got delays on southbound 894 from Beloit Road down and around the Hale interchange past that scene with the fire. We've also got westbound 94 at Moreland Road. The right lane is blocked with some debris. Not quite sure what type of debris it is, but a squad is out there hopefully taking care of it. Should be gone soon. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. A slight chance for isolated showers or thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy, a low of 66. Tomorrow, a slight chance for a shower early in the morning, then mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 78. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Break down all the lines, the locks, and the long shots with a weekly wager.
They need to play better if they're actually going to be contenders. Otherwise, they're going to be the exact same team that they were last year. The bets you're making are their futures. So what the team is now is not what the team will be.
With Josh DiMaggio and Ben Brust.
I don't have a great backbone, Joshy. I just don't. You're a worm.
Tune in Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
According to Time Magazine, Gen Z is drinking 20% less alcohol than all previous generations. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Over our 65 years in business, we've stayed up on all the trends. Where you'll always find 2,000 varieties of beer, 4,000 types of liquor, and over 8,000 wines, we now also stock over 100 varieties and growing of THCA, CBD, and Delta-9 non-alcoholic specialty-infused drinks. So whether you're experimenting with the latest wellness trend, or you just want something in your fridge that your college kid can call you cool for, come check out our expansive selection. And while you're at it, you do deserve that bottle of bourbon. Discount Liquor in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
And visit us online at discountliquorinc.com.
Whether you're headed to the ballpark or gearing up for kickoff,
roll up in a ride that's game day ready.
At Tsunami Express Car Wash, you'll get unlimited washes for less than $1 a day, plus fast lane access, free vacuums, and detailing tools included in every visit. With locations across Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, New Berlin, and Mount Pleasant, there's always a Tsunami near you. Visit TsunamiExpress.com to sign up and score big all season long. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Soak up summer days at the ballpark while they're still here. Be here when the Brewers host the Giants, August 22nd through the 24th. Lead off the weekend with Stranger Things theme night arriving Friday the 22nd. From there, collect a legendary Bob Uecker golf umbrella giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on Saturday the 23rd. And if this series couldn't get any better, it's the return of Willie Adames to American Family Field. Get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets.
Hey, Jen Latta here, and as a client of the We Sell Group, I can tell you firsthand, Rob and Nick make the home buying and selling process easier. Right now, school's out, and that means it's the perfect time to list your home. The market is challenging and inventory is tight, but you don't have to face it alone. Rob and Nick are pros. They take the stress off your plate so you can focus on your family, your summer, and just breathe. Contact Rob and Nick to see what your home might be worth in this market. Connect today at wesell.kw.com. That's wesell.kw.com.
The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
You would vote the opening of the show should be Brett Favre as an alien.
If a guy wrote a song for me, it would probably be my opening.
All right.
That's just me.
Well, but how many other people do you think have written a song for me?
None.
Pepper, what's your vote?
I will say 0 as well.
You guys are so mean and accurate.
Thank you.
The Homer Hour with Homer. Weekdays from 5 to 6. Right here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming live on YouTube. This is the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
And the great boxers, some of them are here at Davidson Park. The national champion, Sugar. She left, but maybe they're walking around. RevandRumble.com. Tomorrow, Davidson Park, they fight from 3 until 8. This is the Gary Ellerson Homer Hour. He was telling us that he did boxing for 1 day. But he's going to have to wait to tell that story because he's going to start by talking about his partner at the Jewelry Center.
So listen up. If you're getting ready to take that next step in life and propose, Homer, can you hear me or are we okay?
I can hear you great, and there's no more about you. You sound perfect. I heard it again in delay there, but that's okay. I'm good enough. You need to hear. You benefit from hearing me twice. The second time, it might even be even better. All right, back to the Jewelry Center. You're talking about if I need to get an engagement ring or wedding ring?
Yeah, the Jewelry Center has to be the first stop. Whether it's naturally mined or lab-grown diamonds, the Jewelry Center has options for it all. Maybe you don't know exactly what kind of ring that special someone wants, but if they have a Pinterest board or ideas, bring it to the Jewelry Center. Their team of experts will help take your ideas from a dream to a reality. Learn more about their engagement ring selections or any other services at shop.tjc.com or stop in today at any of their 3 locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or Burlington.
By the way, as an aside, Fat Jack makes his appearance, so Gary and I have an even shorter show today as he's on Fridays helping you win money gambling, and you need help because it's very hard. All right, back to Gary Ellerson and his boxing for a day. So you went to boxing practice, or the coach convinced you, or what?
Here's what I had, home team. My football coach was a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wanted guys to try boxing.
Yeah.
So I went out for a day. And that's all I needed.
Because you didn't like it?
I got hit in the jaw, and that was it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much my theory. That I don't think you box if you're not any good, because the cost of losing in boxing is different than losing in basketball or even football. I had 4 fights in my life, not an organized fight, but 4 fights growing up. How do you think I did in my fights, Gary?
You boxed?
What would you guess my? No, I didn't box. People got mad at me and I had to fight them. Looks like they wanted to.
Oh, this is just fights. Okay, fights.
Yeah.
Okay, fights. Okay, fights. Not boxing.
Not
just
like pushing around
school,
like, dude,
school,
come after school. Come after school. We're gonna duke it out. And I, of course, you can't run away. You gotta show up. How do you think I did in four fights?
And can you just set the stage? Where was this high school or middle school?
This was grade school. By high school, I don't want to give away my record. No, it was 2 in 8th grade, 1 in 6th grade, 1 in 7th grade. Somehow, I find this hard to believe. I must have just irritated people. I don't ever remember why, but because I was. Well, no, I can't tell you any more because then you'll be able to figure out what my record was. What do you think my record was?
Did you actually fight people?
Yeah, they would swing at me and I'd swing at them, and then I'd kind of run around so I'd get hit less, and then eventually some people would come in. I was 0-4 because I was scared I was going to get hurt. You can't be scared you're going to get hurt. You got to just swing.
I think a lot of people underestimate you. I would say you won all 4 of your fights.
No, I was 0-4. I was horrible. There's no. You can't be scared to get hurt. You just got to not be scared, and you tackle the person or you get in close so they can't hit you. Just like football. I never played football. My older brother, 4 years older, he went out for football 1 year in 6th grade. The first day, they busted his collarbone because they had some stupid one-on-one, and he's 92 pounds against the kid who's 130 or whatever. And I thought, who would do that? So the rest of us never played football. We played other sports. But anyway, all right, let's get to the Packers. And again, all these great boxers, United Community Center, you can meet them there and just walk in United Community Center and say, I want to meet Sugar or Zab. And then you'll be talking to junior Olympic champs, national champs, and they win, which you can assume for most boxers. I've never met a boxer who's like 2-12.
Before we get to the Packers, what time is Black Jack coming on?
Fat Jack at the very end of the show. We've set it up to tape it as you suggested, so that it doesn't disrupt from the flow with you. So the last segment is always Fat Jack.
Let me get to this real quick, and I don't know if you can see this. Let me show you this. Can you see this?
I can't see anything. Nope, because I'm not in the studio. I'm at Davidson Park, where Rev and Rumble is tomorrow.
I can see it, though, Gary. Everybody in the stream can see it.
Pebble, can you see that?
I can see it just fine, yep.
And what is it, Pebble?
Wisconsin Badgers helmet.
Now, home team, I pull my Badger helmet out, and I don't know if you're aware or not, but against the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're having Throwback Day.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And they're bringing back the Block W.
Yeah.
And basically it's the jersey, that era that I played in.
I remember it. I know it well.
And going back to kind of what we started off with, how did I get to be this old where now I have a throwback jersey?
Well, I can answer you that. I can tell you that. You're not that old. They're not jerseys anymore, sir. They're costumes. They used to be jerseys. They're not helmets. They're hats. And I don't have any objection to it, but I have, among other things, never mentioned the uniform of a Marquette or opposing player since I started doing games in 1989. We used to mention the quality of the uniform when they would play an AAU team or something. I would say we can tell how good the team's going to be based on their uniform. When it looked like something you'd see at a Y noon game, now these guys aren't going to be very good. But, here's my problem, Gary, not to be negative on everything. I didn't give a damn what uniform you wore, what it looked like, what the W was. I cared about how good you were. And you'd have been good in a bozo costume. Didn't matter. So they're just costumes, and it sells tickets, and everybody talks about throwback and all that. Then that's fine. It's just not. I don't get it, but I get it in terms of, people then have different kind of uniforms. They like one over the other. Like you, I can't believe you would have ever cared what uniform. I mean, the helmet, to me, it could make a difference maybe on how heavy it was or whether it fit. Or most people have no idea how heavy. I don't know about the Wisconsin helmet you wore, but the NFL helmets, it feels like a dumbbell. It's so incredibly heavy. Were they that heavy when you played too?
Yeah, they're heavy. They're pretty heavy.
I mean, did you feel like it slowed you down?
No.
They don't wear pads. I would have a light helmet to.
No, you get used to it because you wore it all your life, so no big deal.
So their helmets never changed, because I think they're even heavier now with more padding.
They may be.
All right, let's go. Let's get to the Packers. I want to know what you're thinking. We're getting close to the start of the season.
Let's get to them. What you got?
I know. I want you. I just want to know. I just want to know what you're thinking. I want to know what your first thought is, and whatever is your first thought is going to be the thing that's got the most attention. That's how it works. My first thought is cool. Go ahead.
Can I tell you what I'm concerned about? That's a concern.
Yeah, concerned. Whatever. Happy. Whatever you want to start with.
Concerns. Here's my
concerns.
They opened up the first preseason game, and I don't know. It felt like they dropped like 100 balls. Can't have it. Okay. That's the same crap that they had last year, right? They dropped a lot of balls.
You would have thought that's one area they'd emphasized, and they would be better at it. That's a bad sign in the Homer coaching rule.
Then, home team penalties.
Yeah.
Once again, a lot of penalties. And if you watch the game that we saw the other day, they had a lot of penalties in that game. I'm concerned about still. I like Matthew Golden. It seems like he's having a pretty good camp. But after that, Jaden Reed, he's been hurt. I mean, I haven't. Romeo Dobbs is hurt. I haven't seen anything out of the receivers. I'm concerned.
All right, receivers.
Quarterback now. The quarterback thumb's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your left tackle? I don't know.
That's done. I do. I know. I can help you out with that. That's over. You got a good left tackle. Walker's a good left tackle. Not great. He's good. It's over. He's playing.
We shouldn't be screwing around with that. He
All
is.
right, you can tell me if I'm wrong because you played. They're so assured of him, and he's hurt a little bit, that they're working on the guy who's likely going to be the left tackle next year. So you might as well get him work, even though he's going to more likely be filling in at every position. So, this is what Goody likes to do. He's got a good left tackle. He's going to cost too much money by next year. Move on. And we got another young guy who's had a pretty good training camp. And so we're good for next year. And he can be the backup at left tackle or left guard or – no. Yeah, unless Walker is hurt, he's your left tackle. But
agreed, 100%. And that's how it should go. Jordan Morgan's got to beat him out, and that hadn't happened. Okay, so he's tweaked a little bit, Walker is. So I would say I go there. Your left guard, that's going to be Banks.
The kid
Yeah, but he's hurt too, and you might use Morgan there. And I don't have a concern about the offensive line nearly as much because Jordan Morgan's looked pretty good, and I'm comfortable with him playing, and I wasn't before. He's elevated out of the Van Ness neighborhood. I'm comfortable at him at left guard or left tackle. If either of those guys get hurt, that's a pretty good deal if you got a threesome for those two spots, right?
Okay.
But I don't know if you feel that way.
Let's move on.
Do you feel as confident as I do, or not? Do you see it that way, or do you
no?
Looking at
I don't feel as confident as you are, only because I still haven't figured out what Jordan Morgan is.
Okay.
Is he a left tackle? Is he a left guard? Is
he's
he a
both
right
this
tackle?
year. No, he's
he
left
right
tackle,
guard?
left.
Yeah,
right. He might be all four.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he'd move him over there, Zach Tom. Zach Tom's the best offensive lineman, right, on the team.
Sure. Well, Jenkins.
Jenkins is second.
He's most certainly your most valuable.
Assuming, as you are alluding to, that they don't really have another center, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. But yes, he's good. He could be.
Yeah.
He could be a better center than Zach Tom at right guard. But you got two guys. The third best lineman is Rasheed Walker.
Yeah. Now I'm not worried about the running back situation. I like that one kid, Amir Johnson.
Yep.
The free agent. He looks really good. If you go back, Emmanuel Wilson been hurt. Marshawn Lloyd. Is he out for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks? What is he?
He's got another injury. I wanted to ask you. How many injuries does a young running back have to where you'd be going, that guy's kind of hurt all the time? Or do you have to wait a couple years? I don't. Fans view it differently. It just seems like some players are always hurt. He would be one. But I'm curious how teammates or former players think. Am I saying that too early? Do you have to? Because that's what he's been. Hurt.
Today's game is different from when I played.
Really? Okay. And
they have more
don't
patience.
Play hurt? Oh yeah.
They don't play hurt, and they have more patience.
Yeah.
It's just a totally different ball game. And they tend to wait on guys much longer to come back from these injuries, especially if they're a high draft pick. Marshawn Lloyd's a pretty relatively high draft pick, so they're going to wait on him.
All right.
Don't you remember who was the defensive tackle that they got from Florida State?
Harrell? Was Harrell one of the guys?
First round pick.
Justin Harrell.
Jamal Reynolds.
Yes.
How long did they wait on him?
They waited a while.
Yeah.
And it didn't change.
No. And the other one you just talked about is the kid from Tennessee.
Justin Harrell,
they were waiting for him for a while. So that's how it goes right there.
They last long. His basic problem was he wasn't any good, healthy or not healthy. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Fisco Auto Body. It's a family business owned since 1931. It's not what they do; it's who they are. Yeah. So they're in the family, and the family's still doing it. So imagine how many years they've been doing it before they actually do your auto body work. That's why they're that good. Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin. Forest Home in Franklin. Expert workmanship guaranteed for the life of your vehicle because they're that good. You'll like them, and then you'll thank me. Fisco, to remember the name. More Packers. And then Fat Jack coming up as well. He told me I was wrong again today as we taped this earlier because I am at Davidson Park. Because they're talking about Rev and Rumble. Go to revandrumble.com for the fights tomorrow from 3 until 8. Everything is free. I mean, not everything. I don't know that all the food and everything is, but watching them fight, no charge, 3 to 8. Gary Ellerson, Homer Hour. Third quarter, next.
The Homer Hour is back after this on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We still have got problems on 894 westbound, just past 27th Street, off on the left shoulder. It is a crash, so watch out for the delays heading past that scene. On the eastbound side of 894, on the off-ramp to 76th Street or 84th Street, we do have that ramp closed. There was a vehicle fire. They were able to put it out and everything, but they've got a tow truck there now, so hopefully it'll be out of there pretty soon. Delays, though, unfortunately stretching all the way back to National Avenue on the southbound side. Eastbound 94, we've got big delays from Highway 100 through the zoo all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard, where there is an accident with the right shoulder block now. It was in the center lane. They were able to move it off to the right, but still, we got those delays. On the westbound side, delays from about 20th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And then we've got another crash on 41 southbound to Appleton Avenue. That ramp there, they're off on the right shoulder. We got a crash there. 41 southbound itself is backed up all the way down past Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by Adams, the #1 rated Generac dealer in Wisconsin. Severe weather has arrived. Don't be left with no power. For power peace of mind for your home or business, visit adamspower.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, a slight chance for a shower or isolated thunderstorm. Mostly cloudy, otherwise a low of 66. Tomorrow, slight chance for showers early in the morning, then mostly sunny and breezy, a high of 78. Weather's brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run September 15th through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at accutransgroup.com.
August is the final month of the summer savings event at Cunis, and the best deals just got hotter. Don't miss the final weeks of this exclusive event at nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis locations in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and the new Cunis Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. We've refreshed new vehicle savings and incentives on the most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. And check your local dealer website for a new set of 10 pre-owned super specials. With fall and winter on the horizon, check out our service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear Lifetime Powertrain Warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Get outside and enjoy the summer savings event at Cunis. Start your search online at CunisMilwaukee.com.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, one of the top-ranked real estate teams in Wisconsin, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is the Gary Ellerson Homer Hour. I don't know where he is, and I don't really care, just as long as we hear him, and we're hearing him great. I'm at Davidson Park as it's Rev and Rumble, presented by the Harley-Davidson Foundation. and that is tomorrow from 3 to 8. Some great youth boxers. Sugar Mitchell, a national champion, will be here. Her brother, Zab Mitchell, is pretty good, but not a national champion like his sister. Get the details at revanrumble.com. They fight, or they train, probably a better way to put it, at United Community Center. So some national champions and very successful youth boxers tomorrow here at Davidson Park, and it'll be 3 till 8. I told them I would come watch them. They are in fight 7 and 10, but I said, you better not lose. I'm not coming here to see you lose. And they both said, we will not lose. So I'll find out. All right, Jewelry Center, tell me more. Nobody talks about the Jewelry Center better than Gary Ellerson, regardless of the helmet that Wisconsin is wearing.
Hey, guys, if you get ready to take that next step in life and propose, the Jewelry Center has to be the first stop. Whether it's naturally mined or lab-grown diamonds, the Jewelry Center has options for it all. Maybe you don't know exactly what kind of ring that special someone wants, but if they have a Pinterest board or ideas, bring it to the Jewelry Center. Their team of experts will help take your ideas from a dream to a reality. Learn more about their engagement ring selection or any other services at shoptjc.com or stop in today at any of their 3 locations in Greenfield, Brookfield, or Burlington.
I'm now going to tell you something that there's no way you know, Gary. You ready for this?
Okay. Tell me something.
I've been married 44 years. You might know that. I did not get my wife an engagement ring. And, in fact, I have 4 brothers. None of those 4 got their wife an engagement ring. But if the Jewelry Center had been around, I would have done it, even though she didn't want one, because it would have been so easy. Among all the things you deal with, getting married and stuff, how great is it to have a place? I'm just going there. Oh, it's easy. Just go there. They'll take care of me. I would have done it. She might have told me to take it back. I don't know, but.
Well, wait a minute. So did you ever give her a ring?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I got her some jewelry and stuff like that, but she didn't want it. And you know, everybody says, well, even when they say that.
Does she have a wedding ring?
Oh yeah. Yes. We had a family friend who got us a wedding ring, but I mean, I got her like an engagement ring, a nice ring that she wears with her wedding ring. But if I'd had the Jewelry Center, I would have done it then.
There you go.
And but there was, you know, there's like, what do I know about jewelry? I don't believe at that point in my life. I believe the wedding ring I got was the first piece of jewelry I had ever worn in my life. So, but I'm just telling you, it's nice to have some place you can really believe in, and I'm just gonna go in there. They'll get it.
Yeah. Just go to Jewelry Center. Yeah.
The reason she didn't want an engagement ring was because I was so poor. I was so poor that she probably figured we better save all the money for living. You know, like
So in other words, you're saying that your wife loved you for you because you sure was broke.
Yes, I've said this before. If we had reversed roles, and I was her, I'd have never hooked up with me. I'd have gone, I could do better than that. You driving a Volkswagen Rabbit diesel, and everything you own you can put in that car. Yeah. So she was a successful teacher, had a condo with a friend, and so she was willing to take a gamble. All right. We have the Discount Liquor Twitter poll question. Fat Jack is coming up. Pebble, read it for Gary Ellerson because I am very curious as to what his answer is.
All right, today's Discount Liquor Twitter poll question at the Homer Hour on Twitter X, at ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter X. Compared to when training camp started, do you feel better, the same, or worse about the 2025 Green Bay Packers? Right now, early on in the voting process, feel the same 50%, feel worse 33%, feel better 17%.
Take it away.
Yeah, Gary. I feel the same. And I think it really is I think it's a 10-win team that possibly can be better if everything goes straight. And 10 wins is going to put you right in the mix of right where you need to be in order to make the Super Bowl.
Man, do you feel bad if I say I agree with all of that? Somebody has to go from being good to special.
Yes.
And if they do,
we don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who all right, you have to discuss this because this is a thing where I blame LaFleur, because if I was Josh Jacobs and I was on other teams, I think I'd be the man offensively. I think he's that good. And that's not how LaFleur looks at things. He's a passing offensive coach, and it's a blend of things. Saquon Barkley, how good he was last year with Philly. I think Josh Jacobs could be close to that good. Like if Saquon Barkley got hurt and they had Josh Jacobs this year, he wouldn't be as good, but he could be close to it and be the kind of guy. But I don't think LaFleur will allow a running back to be the guy. You take it from there, agree or disagree?
I disagree, because here's why. That's why they're moving Elton Jenkins to center. That's why they went out and got Aaron Banks to be your guard. And that's why you got Sean Ryan. They got bigger up front, and that's why they went out and drafted Anthony Belton, a bigger tackle at right tackle. He's probably not going to play this year, but most certainly they got bigger up front for Josh Jacobs to run the football a little bit more heavier than what they did last year. I think you'll see that.
I agree totally, but I still don't think LaFleur is a running coach. And they'll run better, and they've done that, but they're still fancy technique.
I don't know if you can actually say that, because you had Aaron Rodgers, you had to throw the ball. Aaron Jones was a different back, so you had to throw it to him. I think Josh Jacobs, they really didn't know what Josh Jacobs was last year until not necessarily it was too late, but they had a game plan already in. I think you'll see this offense gel together more with Jacobs and with Jordan Love.
So I am correct only in that this will be the year we'll find out.
Correct.
How much LaFleur believes in running, because they've made the offensive line stronger up the middle. But you had coaches. Now, back when you played, almost all the coaches were more running oriented. That's what you did.
Well, the NFL was. Well, it's the NFL, right? The NFL was more run-oriented.
Right.
Yeah.
Until Bill Walsh came in and changed everything. Yeah. This will be great. And every week, I'm going to ask you, all right.
Yes, sir.
Matt, what is the standard for you? All right, Gary, this week, Matt LaFleur, running offensive coordinator or running coach. Do I put it that way? What's the best way you think to present it so that you can give me an update on if they're focusing on the running game or that's...
Well, I think it will be more like what is his philosophy, right?
Do you think they'll ever say he's running the ball too much?
Yeah, I think you'll get some Packers fans that'll say that absolutely this year.
All right, man, I can't wait for this season. Every week, Gary Ellerson, Packer running game, Matt LaFleur. What's he doing? When's that first game? I'm not going to have you make that comment about the Seattle game. The preseason games are just JV. Dr. Aaron Holterbeck and his team make vision care a top priority with the latest technologies at the state-of-the-art Brookfield office. I was there. He was proud, talked about the 20 years they've been doing it right. And then he says, I think we can do it even better. Really? Yeah. So they hired Dr. Nausheen Abbas, joined the team. They're now accepting new patients. Please know that. But they cover everything. He wants an expert in every kind of a vision issue you might have. Whatever your age, whatever the situation, that's what he's done. Don't mess with your vision. Trust the experts from Holterbeck Eye Center in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holterbeck.com. And again, accepting new patients. That doesn't happen very often. We have about 60 seconds left. I want to know how Gary Ellerson is going to finish the show about the Green Bay Packers.
Let's talk about, and I know you don't want to, but it's a preseason game. It's against Seattle. Let's talk about the second-line guys who are looking to make a roster and bolster this roster for the Green Bay Packers. Let's just think about this. The last time we saw the Packers against the Philadelphia Eagles, they ran out of bodies on the offensive line. Let's see if there's somebody where they can get better on the offensive line. Last year, no Jair Alexander. Who in that secondary is going to be that next corner? Is it Kalen King? Is it Valentine? One of those guys got to step up and show that they can be a cornerback in this National Football League.
Perfectly done, the Gary Ellerson Homer Hour, and it finishes with Fat Jack helping you gamble. It's tough. He'll make you money. Next.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
If he has gotten cleared to catch a football using his left and right hand at the same time, and he's dropping back and he's surveying the field with no pass rush, and he's making throws, hey, baby, I'm on board.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Let him, sure, throw it into the net. Stand stationary and chuck balls into the net like you're at Chuck E. Cheese playing the football game there. Fine.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Radio Sports Beat with Freddie Coleman.
It was another case of wash, rinse, repeat when it comes to Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. Although it sounded a little different this time compared to the last couple of times he was in this situation, paying big money for his star players when it comes to his quarterback Dak Prescott and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. This year's guy is Micah Parsons. But when Jerry Jones earlier yesterday said that they have to make sure that they want to pay Micah, but pay all the other guys to have a chance to surround him with good players, that sounded a lot different than what he said about Dak Prescott. Glad to pay him, wasn't worried about having people surrounding him. Paid CeeDee Lamb, glad to pay him, didn't worry about people surrounding him. So why Micah Parsons is Jerry Jones taking this hard line on? Because he didn't do that. Oh, that's right. Because they're offensive players, and Micah Parsons plays defense. And Jerry values stars on the offensive side of the football. Even though he has a superstar on the other side, Jerry Jones is stubborn. We'll see if that stubbornness will cost him, especially regarding Micah Parsons, who they really need on defense. In 60 seconds, changing thoughts on Aaron Rodgers' success or failure with the Steelers.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Boy, oh boy, lately, I'm starting to hear a lot of rhetoric involving the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. Plenty of people thinking, maybe, just maybe, the Steelers could be a sneaky pick as a team to beat in the AFC. Even former Steelers great quarterback Ben Roethlisberger, he said he has changed his mind about Aaron Rodgers having success and not failure with the Pittsburgh Steelers because early on he was not in favor of this move. So I'm not going to play cold water guy. I'm not going to do that. But I find it very intriguing that a lot of minds have been changed about Aaron Rodgers and what he could or could not do with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Either way, it is going to be very interesting what this is going to look like from the jump when they play the New York Jets at MetLife Stadium, a team he used to play for in New Jersey, and what it could look like after that. Either way, it's going to bear a lot of watching, and I can't wait to see exactly what happens. For the ESPN Radio Sports Beat, I'm Freddie Coleman of ESPN Radio's Freddie and Harry.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design.
They design, you party.
Welcome back to the Homer Hour on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Friday means, yes, it's time to talk to Fat Jack. You should always go to fatjacksports.com, and I emphasize every year, and it's no different this year. Things with gambling have gotten even more complicated. There are more options. You need Fat Jack more today than you ever have before, and you needed him before. Jack, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Homer. Yeah, and in week 0, I mean, what do we know? I mean, my gosh, this is the time of year when everybody's super fired up about football, college football getting started, NFL in a couple weeks away. But what do they really know? And it's a good time to ask yourself, am I gambling for fun or am I gambling for money? Because those are not the same thing. And this is in a month, it won't matter. If you're out playing on your own and guessing, it doesn't matter if you're gambling for fun or money. If you're down, you're down. Now it's desperation mode. But right now you can draw a line in the sand, reset, and actually give yourself a chance to build profit this year by going to FatJackSports.com. $44 weekend. $44. I've never done this before, but week 0 is so difficult now, Homer, with transfer portal and NIL and all the things that people have to factor in. Really difficult to come up with winners early on. If you don't come up with winners, you start in the hole. That's not good for anybody. So $44 gets you all the football and free baseball through Monday. Had Houston Astros last night as an easy winner in the bases, or $169 at the soccer and the UFC as well. So good time to get signed up. And some football is better than none. I'm excited to get going and glad to be back on with you.
But people should know you do all different kinds of sports. I don't know if you did that 10 years ago, but clearly now the business is helping people in, I don't know how many different sports you do now.
So I do not, I'm not an expert at soccer. I don't care about soccer at all. And I'm not an expert at the UFC. And for that matter, I'm not an expert at baseball. And so, but what I have done versus what I was doing 10 years ago is I've gone out through just basically relationships that you will garner in this business for 30 plus years. You come across guys that will come up and say, hey, I am the best soccer dude in the world, da-da-da-da-da, or I'm the best this, or there's a syndicate that I have their selection. So whatever, those relationships are cultivated. And then I make them go through about 5 years of just giving me their stuff to see if they're any good, because I'm not going to charge for anything that is not at least as good as what the people are going to make in football and basketball. There's no reason to do that. I'm here to make money for my clients and myself. So, but after that vetting process, I found some guys that are just absolute studs at different sports. UFC up 10 units of profit in the last month alone. Soccer made over 100 games of profit the last 365 days. So think about that, Homer. 100 games of profit in freaking soccer. I don't care about soccer at all. I don't watch soccer. I don't care about soccer. But I do like 100 games of profit. Even at $100 a game, it's $10K. And those picks cost about $20 a week. So you go to the website, there's packages that get you all sports across all platforms for one package, and it's less than $100 a week for the longer packages to get that when you sign up long term. So great time to get signed up. And you're right, there's many more ways to make $1 than just football. And we've been doing it all year long. I mean, we're way up in 2025. Football is just an additive to that, a very profitable additive. It's why I'm in this business. But it's not the beginning of anything unless you've been losing on your own, and you can make this a start of a profitable end of the year and into 2026.
College football, they are professionals. They represent schools. At least that's the way I present it. But again, that doesn't really matter. My question is, do you feel like you know more now? This system has been around a couple years. I see the AP preseason. I go, how would anybody know? It might be that they're starting to know because this has been going on for a couple of years. How much of that is accurate, what I just said?
Yeah, none of it, Homer. It's like walking into TJ Maxx after a half-price sale. I mean, there's just crap everywhere. College football is an absolute train wreck. And the amount of transfers, the NIL, the transfer portal, just the newness of players moving into programs. Consider this weekend's games. All right, Kansas State, 27 transfers left the program after last year. Not counting seniors that graduate, not counting income freshmen. So we're talking about new bodies. Over half of the roster, and actually more than that, are different in K-State's locker room. They had 14 transfers coming in. Iowa State, a little bit less, but still, you have 8 incoming players, 17 outgoing. The grass is always greener, and they're about average. So this is the game in Ireland. This is about average. You got half the roster turning over with these teams, and you have limited practices, and you have getting to know each other. How quickly do they gel? All those things. New coaches that some of them, frankly, don't know what they're doing on how to handle new players. The days of recruiting a kid out of high school, developing the talent, having him sit behind a senior, and then start and wait his turn are over, at least for now. So that has a whole different dynamic. Homer, when's the last time you heard a college athlete that's getting recruited talk about facilities? talk about degrees, talk about things that used to be the most important thing. That is not discussed now. So that turnover, and I'm the only handicapper or gambler that's going to say these things, but it's the truth. Be okay tiptoeing into college football. If you're making money at other sports, you don't need to cannonball in the middle just because Wisconsin's name's on the front of the jersey. Just because Iowa's name's on it doesn't matter. It's what's going on the name on the back of the jersey that has changed. It's going to be a little longer. Now, there will be teams that turn into that TCU from a few years ago. They make a huge run because they're able to evaluate talent. They threw money at the right kids. But knowing who that is now, and it's not just your team, it's the teams you're playing. That's what makes it so difficult. So we're gonna make money this week. But in years past, I might have had 6 or 7 games in week 0. And then in week 1, I might have 8 or 9 games. There will be fewer selections this week. And that's why it's $44, by the way. But we're going to build profit because we're about momentum. We're about long-term success. And actually, we're gambling for money, not for fun. So we're not just going to throw money out just because the game happens to be on TV. But it's much more difficult now than, say, it was 10 years ago.
Go to FatJackSports.com. We got about a minute left, and I'm telling you mine. And I know you're going to say you don't want to do this. Alabama, whatever the over-under is for wins, go over. That guy can coach, and whatever the over-under is, Alabama will win more games than that. The question for you, Fat Jack, is how much do I put on that? I am 110% sure people are underestimating the guy because of what happened last year, and they had like 1 million people leave because Saban was out.
It's like he lived in a mobile home out on the West Coast, and now he moved into a mansion, and you think he's immediately going to know how to work the dishwasher.
That's right.
It's a new time. Maybe he knows how to work the dishwasher. Maybe he can't find the right button. So I think it's a season-long sweat with a good team and a good program and nothing more. So, by the way, I send out 14 season win totals in college and the NFL for free when you sign up, along with look-ahead games. So when you go get the season football package, all that comes for free, emailed to you immediately. All the results are posted under the results tab. Everybody gets the same place. $44 this weekend, or $169 add soccer UFC to your football and free bases. Or the longer packages, they're less money per week. They save you a bunch of money. Go to FatJackSports.com. Gamble for money as much as you do for fun this year and make money betting the games against the spread.
So basically, you're saying what you tell me each time. Homer, calm down, calm down.
Break, brother.
And if you do that season thing, then that means you don't have all the other weeks to do certain stuff because you can't win on that until the season is over, right?
That's right. You're tying up your money for the entire year. Another one, Texas, is in the same boat. If you like Texas over, they're 10.5 wins. Just bet them on the money line to beat Ohio State. Doesn't tie up your money all year long, and they're not going over 10 wins if they don't beat Ohio State. So there's little tricks like that we explain when you get signed up in your emails and on your portal. We will make you a smarter, better gambler. All you have to do is get in the system at FatJackSports.com.
FatJackSports.com. He told you the deal. He's always got a deal. We'll check now. I swear he has a deal every week. So this has been the Gary Ellerson Homer Hour with Fat Jack. And yes, every Friday at the end, Fat Jack. And you need him now more than ever. And you used to need him a lot even before now. Next.
All right, delays continue along eastbound 94, basically from Highway 164 all the way through the Barker Road area to about Brookfield Road, almost to Calhoun.